Now, sometimes famous people do jingles, usually before they become famous, but there's a story, talk a little bit about this. There's a radio station in New York, WPLJ, and they wanted some jingles in London, right? And so they put out an open call for singers.
They had, the station wanted, was WABC FM at the time. Later it became a station, they changed it to WPLJ. But at the time it was WABC FM, owned by ABC, obviously. And they had been running fairly traditional Dallas-made jingles, and they wanted to do something a little bit different. So they had the idea of going to London because a lot of music was coming out of England and out of London at that time, and they said, "Well, let's go over there and see if we can find some singers to do this thing." And so they had a studio, and they booked a band or an orchestra or whatever, and then they started auditioning singers, and the one that they liked, came in and played him an audition record or something that he had made, but nobody knew who this guy was, and they thought that he had a pretty good voice, and so they hired him for not very much money to sing on these jingles. And that guy, a year later, released his first album and went by the name of Elton John. So if you want to hear Elton John singing a station jingle, I can play you a couple of these that were just taped off the air, but it's just cool. You can recognize his voice for sure. So I should say that I personally had nothing to do with this project. It's just a cool jingle story. So
yeah,
here's Elton John before you knew him as Elton John. Okay, here's another one. So you see, that's what happens.
You got $200 for that, probably.
Something like that.
And he was
like
thrilled.
250 pounds, I think, to sing that. And he didn't just sing it for them. He sang it for all of the, there were, 7, I think, FM stations that ABC owned at the time. Mm-hmm. So he went back, he sang it for KABC. You probably heard it in L.A. He sang it for Chicago and Detroit and Pittsburgh. And so wherever you went, you would hear those jingles just playing like crazy.